They clearly don't have a problem with beating up their own family members. There's some real family issues within this family. Where do we even start? Jimmy Uso has done the unthinkable. Jimmy Uso has turned on his brother Jey Uso in his most important match of his life, in the pivotal moment of his life. If he had beat Roman Reigns, Jey Uso would have been cemented in the history books. His name would have been everywhere. Jey Uso, the new undisputed World Heavyweight Champion. Jey Uso, the one to defeat Roman Reigns. But no. Jimmy decided, I can't be having this. We are twins. Twins don't outshine each other. I can't let you go too far. I can't let you steal all the thunder, steal all the light. I gotta put you in your place. And that's what he did. He ruined Jey Uso's chances. Jimmy is one salty, let me not swear, and I think we need to analyze that a bit. Let's discuss this. Let's have a little bit of a sit down and conversation, like we always do. But it's with me, WrestleDrop, by myself. But that's cool. That's all you need, right? That's all you need. Let's get straight into it. Where do we start? Where do we start, ladies and gentlemen? Because that main event was something, eh? It was really something. Jimmy turning on his own twin brother Jey. Solo looking to have a little bit of problems with everyone. Literally, Solo has a problem with everyone except for Paul Heyman at this point. Which I think is something which we might discuss down the line, but not right now. Not right now. But the important part is brother versus brother. Possibly brother versus brother versus brother. That could be a thing. But let's look at the twins versus each other first. Now, previously, I think in an Ariel Helwani interview, Jimmy and Jey both discussed the idea of them facing one another at a WrestleMania one day.
Has anyone in WWE ever pitched you guys a feud between you guys? You split, but like not just go your separate ways, like actually Jimmy versus Jey.
Funny thing is we haven't pitched it yet, but we're constantly saying it to each other.
Really?
Constantly pitching.
Before our career is done, man, like that's me and his go-to. That's my number one, dream of happening. Me versus him at a WrestleMania.
Wow. Why? Why does that mean so much?
Because it's like back in the living room, Moose. Like from day one again, man. Like this is what we always wanted to do. I want my dad to be in there, be involved, like a referee. Like I just want my whole family to run this thing, and just me being against my brother, like my heart be filled with joy, man.
WrestleMania is a long, long way away. Can these two hold out a rivalry all the way until WrestleMania? All the way until next year, April. I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced they can do that. Which is a problem because I do not want to see Jimmy versus Jey Uso at Payback. Not a chance. Nah, in the words of LA Knight. That's just not an option. This is a main event, or not a main event. This is a match set for WrestleMania. Set in stone. Possibly a main event. You could make an argument. Now, with that being said, did Jimmy turn on Jey too soon? I think so. I think this was all done way too soon. They didn't leave any cracks in the door for Jimmy and Jey. Maybe they left a slight little bit of cracks earlier on when Jey had to decide Jimmy or Roman. And then Jimmy did the no, and I'm not picking you. If he's out, I'm out too. Super kicked Roman. Remember that? That was the closest thing, but it wasn't Jey having beef with Jimmy. I suppose they've always spoken about Jey being the right-hand man after Roman. Jey being the next tribal chief. Jey being Roman's successor. That has been spoken about. And not once was little Jimmy mentioned. Little Jimmy, who is the older brother, felt sorry for himself. Little Jimmy didn't like this. And that is the reason why he did this. Little Jimmy wanted to be in that spot. This isn't a Roman issue. Jimmy didn't help Roman. Jimmy got at Jey. That's what I think's happening here. Because Jimmy did his thing, super kicked his own twin, then he was like, nah, hood up, I'm out of here. Didn't even look at Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns had a shocked look on his face, like, what's going on? So that suggests to me, this is not Jimmy on the bloodline side, this is on Jimmy being Jimmy's side. What was Jimmy's phrase when he first came back from his injury? Nobody's bitch. Jimmy is literally nobody's bitch. That's what's happening here. He doesn't want to be Jey's bitch. He doesn't want to be Roman's bitch. He doesn't want to be Paul Heyman's bitch. Sorry for all the swearing, but it's just what he said. Now, am I intrigued in seeing this match? Of course I want to see brother versus brother. Of course I want to see Jey versus Jimmy. Of course I do. But not at Payback, like I said. This is WrestleMania worthy. This storyline should be going on for months upon months and upon months. And the problem I have with this is the Bloodline storyline is not done now. It's not finished. So now you have one story that's finished and one story that's not finished. And then you got one story that's just starting while the one they were in is not finished yet. It's all convoluting now and getting a bit confusing. So unless you start bringing other people into the equation, it's going to get kind of stale. I know we got Solo going for Roman next, probably. That seems like the likely progression from the story. But what, do Jimmy and Jey just do their own thing? Do they stay apart until Mania? Do they try and do that? What happens? Because that's not in their character to stay apart until Mania. This is not like what they did with Rey and Dom, where Rey didn't want to fight Dom. That makes sense. These two would want to fight each other. I don't see why Jimmy's not going to want to fight. Well, I don't see why Jay's not going to fight Jimmy when they clearly have no problem super kicking the hell out of Solo every week. Like, you get what I'm saying? That doesn't add up. They clearly don't have a problem with beating up their own family members. There's some real family issues within this family. They really got to go for counseling. But I don't know, guys. What are we saying? What are we saying about Jimmy turning on Jey? It's frustrating because I don't know what's going to happen next, but I suppose that's what they want. I'm literally frustrated within my own bubble here. And I'm sad at the fact that Jey didn't get his shining lights, his shining moment that he deserves so badly. Because yes, they've all played their part, but Jey has been there since day one. Excuse the pun. Since day one with Roman. He was the right-hand man. He had the beef in the beginning with the Bloodline. When the Bloodline started, it was Jey and Roman, as you know. I'm not spitting new facts here. This is common knowledge by now, but I'm just trying to highlight why Jey needed a moment. Why? Yeah. Fuck you, Jimmy, like I said. All over social media. Yeah. It's one of those things, guys. It's one of those things. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know down below. I want to hear some thought topics. I want to hear what your thoughts on the situation, where it goes from here, what's next. Do you want to see brother versus brother, and is it only meant for WrestleMania? Because WrestleMania is a long way away. Let me know, guys. I'll see you in the next video, and take care. Peace.